year-end #1. Congratulations, brother. What an achievement. On your list of goals, you did so many things this year. How important was this goal?
Well, it's obviously it's always great achieve your goals. It doesn't matter if it is the goal since the beginning of the year, from the middle of the year. Once you just set up a goal, it's always great to achieve that. So as I said on court, I think the year the end #1. The end of the year as a #1. It wasn't the goal at the beginning of the year because I saw it really far away with Yannick. With Yannick on the top, so but you know, from the middle of the season, I started to play such a great tennis, a lot of tournaments in a row, getting a lot of trophies. So since that, it was one of the main goal, and I'm really happy that I was able to achieve that here in this tournament after three wins.
It's been beautiful to watch you do it. Tell me about the tennis today. You did many great things. You were very good at the net. Moving into the semis now, and then possibly to win the tournament. What do you need to continue to do better?
Well, I will try to see the things I didn't do well. I think today I played with such a nerves. You know, a lot of nerves. It was really difficult to handle it. So to be honest, the #1 there, it was on the mind. But I think it was a really big match for both of us. Him to qualify for the semis, me to end the year as a #1. So I think I couldn't play relaxed as I wanted, but overall I think I handled the best I could, and I could play such a good tennis sometimes. Not the whole match, but sometimes hopefully in the semi-final I just raised my level a little bit. But I'm excited to do it.
Handled the situation like the champion you are. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Alcaraz is the king of tennis. He ends the year as world #1. Alcaraz smiles, raising his arms toward the ceiling of the Analpi arena while looking at his bench, where emotion also overflows on their faces. He has just defeated 6-4, 6-1, Musetti, which translates into qualifying for the semifinals as group leader and, most importantly, allows him to finish the year as world #1. There is nothing Sinner can do to prevent it. It is already too late. Not even by winning the tournament in Turin can he sit on the tennis throne. This year has another tenant. Alcaraz does it again, having already finished 2022 as world #1, a year in which he also became the youngest player in history to reach the top of the ranking. He went from position 32 at the end of 2021 to #1 at 19 years old in September 2022. This year he closes in the top spot after a months-long battle against Sinner. When one struck, the other struck harder. That's how they fed off each other until reaching the final square. Carlitos wins the match, reaching 11,650 points, while the maximum Sinner can aspire to, if he wins the tournament by winning all matches, is 11,500 points. The positions will remain unchanged until the next edition of the Australian Open, in which Alcaraz defends last year's quarterfinals and Sinner the title. That is, the distance between them is more likely to widen than to shrink. The ATP ranking update after the first Grand Slam of the year will be on February 1st. It will be Sinner's first attempt to regain the throne, which, for Alcaraz, if he loses it on that date, will have been a total of 56 weeks at the top of the ranking. He would be just 2 weeks behind Jim Courier, no small feat. Alcaraz also leads the ATP Tour in wins, 69, and titles, 8, this season, and is trying to become the first man to win 9 titles in a season since Murray in 2016. He would also be the youngest to reach 70 wins in a season since Djokovic, with 78 in 2009 at age 22. Carlos Alcaraz, a reward for consistency and effort. Conquering the world #1 spot in professional tennis is much more than a title and a ranking. It represents the result of years of sacrifice, dedication, and innate talent. For Carlos Alcaraz, the young Spanish prodigy, this achievement has not only earned him a place in sports history but also a substantial financial reward that reaffirms his status on the global circuit. The value of finishing as #1 at the end of the season. In tennis, the position of world #1 at the end of the year carries special weight. Tournament organizers and the ATP reward this consistency with very significant financial incentives. This criterion seeks to recognize not just a single tournament or a moment in time, but regularity, competitive level, and excellence maintained throughout the entire season. How much money does Carlos Alcaraz earn for his privileged position? According to recent information, the young man from Murcia will receive a prize of around $1 million just for finishing the season as leader of the ATP ranking. This amount is added to the considerable earnings he has already accumulated in prize money throughout the year thanks to his victories in major tournaments and strong performances in Grand Slams. Carlos Alcaraz's jokes with Jannik Sinner, I see him more than my mother. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have been the main protagonists of the 2025 season. They have won the 4 Grand Slams and battled for the number 1 spot in the world, a position that is at stake at the ATP Finals and that the Spaniard can secure until 2026 if he defeats Lorenzo Musetti. Carlos Alcaraz, it has been my best year without any doubt. In an interview with CNN, the native of El Palmar spoke in detail about his relationship and rivalry with the Italian, with whom he maintains a great rivalry and exemplary sportsmanship that has allowed them to be close off the court. I already said it in the summer, I see him more than my mother. I never get tired, said Alcaraz. I think the word rivalry stays in the professional part. Tennis-wise, we try to find each other's weak points on the court, but then when we greet at the net and leave the court we are completely different. Sometimes we forget that rivalry and are simply people, added the Mercian. The 6-time Grand Slam champion has already collected 2 of the 3 wins he needs to end the year as the owner of the top spot in the ATP rankings, in these ATP Finals in Turin where he is pursuing his first title as master. I have to achieve good results here in Turin if I want to finish as number 1. My goals remain the same, declared the 22-year-old Spaniard. The 2025 calendar has delivered enormous triumphs for the player coached by Juan Carlos Ferrero, who described how his season has been so far. It has been my best year without any doubt. In terms of level, consistency. I've seen a lot of growth in myself in understanding certain situations, realizing what I have to do and knowing what I need on the court, emphasized Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz reveals the keys to his success. I am a very positive person. Carlos Alcaraz appears confident and calm before the crucial match against Lorenzo Musetti at the ATP Finals, where he is playing for the world number 1 spot. In an interview, the Mercian highlighted the importance of mental preparation and the family environment in handling pressure and aiming to surpass legends. At 22 years old, Alcaraz has learned to manage the pressure and expectations surrounding each of his movements on and off the court. According to his own words, mental preparation and his family environment are fundamental pillars for maintaining calm in decisive moments. His approach is to give everything on each point and control what depends on him. Alcaraz's competitive mindset allows him to separate external pressure from his performance, a factor he has been perfecting with experience and constant work alongside his coaching team. Family and friends, the anchor of his balance. Despite success and fame, Carlos maintains a strong bond with his family and friends. At his parents' house, he says he is still the same as always, with rules and routines that remind him of his roots. The tranquility this environment provides allows him to disconnect and recharge between tournaments, strengthening his emotional stability. Moreover, his relationship with his coach Juan Carlos Ferrero has evolved over the years. Both have learned to communicate better, balancing discipline with mutual understanding, which translates into more effective decisions on and off the court. Sporting aspirations, the table of the greats. Alcaraz acknowledged that his ambition remains intact, as surpassing legends such as Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic is a goal that motivates him every day. With 6 Grand Slam titles to his name, the Mercian stays grounded, aware that he still has a long way to go. Winning the Australian Open and adding more majors is part of his planning, but he also emphasizes the importance of enjoying and learning in each tournament. Competition with other young talents, such as Jannik Sinner, is seen by Alcaraz as positive stimulation. The rivalry demands that he always give his best, reinforcing the quality of his tennis and the demands of his team. Positive mindset, his secret off the court. Beyond the physical and technical aspects, Alcaraz highlights the importance of attitude. He believes that maintaining a positive outlook in the face of defeats or mistakes is key to progressing. His focus on learning from every situation and valuing the positive has allowed him to establish himself as one of the leaders of world tennis, ready to face any challenge that may come his way at the end of the season in Turin.